guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If it's your first time joining us here, you're welcome. And if you're seeing my video for the second time or you're a returning subscriber, thank you very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate your time. Okay, you guys can see that I have a gorgeous guest with me today, which is our first guest of the year. Can you imagine? First guest of the year. So today I have with me Being Glory of Being Glory. She's also a content creator, lifestyle and fashion creator. Okay, Glory, introduce yourself.
Hi YouTube. How you guys doing?
Good. So Glory is a fashion creator on Instagram and also a YouTuber as well. So you guys can check her out. She's very much lifestyle, streetwear. You know, I'm gonna put it's a row of her Instagram so you can check it out. Yeah. And on today's video, we're going to be talking about everything content, our struggles, our challenges, how we got to where we are, what we think content creation should look like, our ideals, basically. We're just gisting everything content, but we dropped some hot tips on how to brand deals, you know, how to get your money up, all of that good stuff. If you want to watch, you know, stay tuned. So you guys, we're about to start makeup. How do you do your makeup? Do you do your brows first?
I actually like apply this Refi Beauty whatever to make it just
okay. All right. Anyways, focus of today is not the makeup. You know, is so Glory had asked our audience, you guys, to ask her a few questions that we have. Boom, a lot of it. Okay, so we're gonna be picking questions from there, and also, you know, delving into like personal experience of content and all of that. So, drum roll, please. The first question is somebody's asking you, how do you edit and make your videos, plus going out take pictures by yourself? How do you do it?
Two questions. I'm going to answer the first one.
Okay.
That's how do we edit pictures. I use mostly Lightroom.
Okay.
Like I have some tutorials on my YouTube already, so you can just check it out if you want to.
So are you like a preset girl? Do you like have your presets
already? I used
already?
to have presets, but these days I don't know where my creativity would take me. I may just want this picture to be
a different way,
low exposure. I may need this other picture to be like, it's just
as spirit leads.
I don't do presets anymore.
Okay.
So I have a tutorial on how I edit my Instagram pictures on my YouTube already, so you can check it out if you want.
All right. So the location one and how you take pictures yourself.
For the location part, you guys, you won't believe that. If I should go out, like I'm going out of the house, like the only thing I do is just to look for locations. Anywhere is a potential location for me, probably because of the kind of
pictures that you take.
Yeah. Because I'm gonna put, like, I can't be doing your style and I'll just take pictures anywhere.
I get it.
My kind of style, I think you can literally take
pictures anywhere, which is great, to be honest. Because there's some locations I'm like, if I wear a dress and stand there, I'm going to look like a mad person. But for me, how do I take my pictures? Literally just set up my tripod, timer on my phone, click. Sometimes I want my hands to show. I use my feet. I use my leg to press it.
If you have someone that can take your pictures,
just beg them. I beg. I use my feet to press the timer.
But it's better.
Yeah, I mean, everything's work, to be honest. That's how you see it. So let's see another question here. What apps do you use to edit your reels?
I use mostly CapCut.
Same.
I used to use CapCut and InShot before, but CapCut is just so much better.
I feel like CapCut offers you everything that you need.
Everything. Nothing that, in fact, it just makes it easy.
So I use InShot still, but I think for me, I struggle with letting go of things that I'm used to, and because I'm used to InShot, I just do like my basic edit there, then I'll move it to CapCut and do the entire, you know, all those. I
used to feel like it will reduce the quality if you keep moving
around. I mean, I don't notice anything, and most times I film with my camera, so even if it reduces quality, I don't think I'll feel it as much as if I was primarily creating with my phone. Do you get? So yeah. Now another question here is, how do you stay consistent?
That question, I get it a whole lot, but I've been
God's
saying it.
grace.
If you're following me on Instagram, I think I've answered these questions a couple of times. I think the very easy way to stay consistent is batch create.
That's
as
it's
in
not
just
even the
batch.
easiest way. That is the answer to staying consistent, because literally you cannot wake up every day and pick up your camera to film. Some days you will be moody, some days you'll be annoyed, some days will just be like your village people and they are after you. But if you already have content to do, all you need to do is to edit. And for me I'm a very, I don't know how to freestyle as much, so everything I want to do I kind of like plan it. So all my content is like planned out, written out. So even on days when I don't feel like it, I already know what I want to do. I'm not depending on my brain to be creative that day. So as opposed to just waking up every time and just carrying your camera and doing as the spirit leads, I mean, that works for some people. If that's you,
that's just the best thing. Just batch create. It saves time. And you don't know when your mood will switch up on you or not.
Okay.
Anything can happen, especially in this Lagos. It may rain on the days where you
outdoor creators.
just batch create.
Okay, I think my own first question for you is how have you gotten used to creating outdoor on your own? Because I know what it feels like to put up a camera, put up a tripod somewhere. What does that feel like to you?
Okay, I think what I actually do is I try to go to locations that people are not really there much. I don't know how to explain it, but
so you can just hide in the corner.
Yes. But although it's very hard to find those kind of locations, you always see people
everywhere.
You always. But at least let people be
not
minimal, not so much. I can deal with that. Yeah.
Okay, I feel like for me, with kind of content I create, my style is very much glam, classy, full dress, full makeup, everything is like bag. I feel like it's very hard to blend in. If I go and create content, you will know. You will definitely know. As opposed to like if I'm just wearing like a jean, a shirt, or I just wear like, just hide in one corner.
Even me that is wearing shirt and jeans, the stairs is still insane.
Because the thing is like, San Lagos people can look. Hey! See, let me tell you something. Lagos people, they will look at you. You think that your dead relative will wake up. They will stare like to your eyes. Like, I'm like, what happened?
Is it times when you step out and people, they will just be shouting, all these TikTokers. I'm not a TikToker.
These TikTokers. Anyways, this is what we do for the job. It's called job hazard. Yeah. Okay. Next question we have here is what do you need to start content creation and how did you start? Which is a question I wanted to ask you myself. So let's just go with
it. You're not supposed to ask me this question.
I need to ask you now.
How it's two questions there, but I'm going to.
I think that I want you to answer the when did you start and how did you start one.
Actually started in 2020 during the lockdown. It was just it was
the amount of people that started content during lockdown.
So my boyfriend actually like, hi, you should start this thing, and I just decided, okay, let me just start. And initially he was the one always taking photos of me, blah blah blah. And when he's not available, I will not have content to post.
Okay, go and find your person.
Basically, that's just how I started. I started in 2020, and I started as a very, very broke creator. For some of you saying, I don't have money. My house wasn't that pretty, so I had to always come to his house because it's finer, to create content and all. For you saying you cannot leave your house because it's not fine, go to your friend's house. Anybody. Basically, that's just how I started. And the first time, I don't think I've ever said this anywhere before, but
exclusive to Pasheda's channel.
When I actually started content creation, I was trying to transition from being a full-time model to full-time content creation. So my audience were already used to modeling pictures and all of that. So when I started posting a lot of pictures of me, it was as if people who be
they're not having it.
So I made a decision one day that I was going to delete that Instagram and start afresh. And start
Girl, the courage.
And start from
scratch.
Like, I remember I was just sitting here with my friend and I was telling him, and I was really sad that I don't like it. I'm not getting the vibe I want. So I deleted the Instagram that day and opened another one. I think it was like March. Was it February? I can't really remember when, but
girl, the courage that takes.
That was it.
God, I beg.
So I deleted the Instagram and I started afresh with this new account.
And you're flourishing. Flourishing.
Huh?
Flourishing with this new
Yeah,
account.
I just made sure I didn't do the same mistakes I did in the other account. Like I was just sticking to the style, my style normally, home and abroad. That's what I was sticking to. I just wanted my personality outside to reflect on my Instagram. Like, so I just started creating with what I love to wear, and just that's how
which
that's
I think is great. But my story is a bit different. So I think that for me, I started being a creator because I was a makeup artist, and I had to put out content for people to see. So I started primarily with makeup content, and yeah, a lot of people that follow me still think that I do just makeup content. I still get a lot of, oh my god, you know, say like a makeup video in a while. And like, yeah, people change, people evolve.
Actually.
Yeah, people change, people evolve. I was primarily a makeup artist for
but
a
you can
lot
actually
of years.
do both.
I mean, I'm back to beauty content. Like, I've been posting beauty content again. So yeah, you guys check that out. But I started primarily as a makeup artist, and during lockdown, a couple of brands reached out to me. It was still makeup, by the way, and they're like, "Oh, you make good videos. Your makeup is good. Can we send you XYZ to like make videos for us?" And I'm like, all right, not bad. I didn't take a dime. Hey, oh God, Osanova, I didn't take a naira. I was like, oh, cool, that sounds great. And I took it. And that started happening. And there's this ripple effect of when you start something, it just keeps going. So that started basically from makeup. And I'm like, oh, wait, I have other interests that's not makeup. I like fashion. I like lifestyle. I like very minimalist things. Like, my style is very...
Not so
I
much
don't
going
like
on.
stress at all. So I started to put that out there more. And I saw that people liked that. And I find that I have kind of found my place more as a...
Fashion creator.
No, I found my balance. So I do fashion, lifestyle, and beauty, but I'm not overwhelmed anymore, because at some point I stopped beauty completely. I felt, oh my god, I don't belong here. Like, I can't do the cut crease that people do. I can't do the loud makeup. Like, oh my god, is this me? Is what I'm supposed to be doing?
Totally feel.
Yeah, and when it comes to fashion, I'm not wearing purple, orange, red. I don't like stress, and that kind of like that was overwhelming. But now I found my place. I found my audience. I found people that rock with what I do, and shout out to you guys. All right. So yeah, that's that. And what was the second question? I can't remember. I think you'll say, well, what do you need to start being a creator? That was the second.
You just need some confidence. First thing, you have to be very confident in yourself. First thing, you have to believe in yourself and all of that. And you need determination. You have to be determined. You cannot go anywhere. Like, honestly, because content creation, people think it's easy. People think it's easy, really, but somehow it's not easy. It's really not, to be very honest.
I feel like what I find with content creation is that a lot of people think it's just to prop up your camera and take pictures. That's a whole lot. And I say this a lot, and I say that content creation is a business. Like, you have to come into it with a business mentality. There's different compartments of it. There's the marketing, which is where you're reaching out to brands, you're trying to sell yourself. Because if you sit in the confinement of your home, there's a lot of content creators out there. Nobody really knows that you exist. So there's the marketing part of it. There's the finance part of it, because it takes a lot of money to invest into what you want. Like, if you're starting out as a fashion creator, you have to buy the clothes that you need to create this content before brands start to find you. If you're a hair creator, hair is expensive. You have to invest in it.
Creators.
Do you get what I'm saying? So anything you're doing, there's a lot of investing and there's a lot of making your money back. And there's the part of charging. How much do you charge these brands that is enough for you to make your money back? So you need to be able to do the math before you do. So you need to first identify if you're starting content creation as a hobby or if it's a job. I feel like they're two extremely different things. And nobody says you cannot grow from a hobby to a job. But like, know your reason, know your why.
Don't quit your job for content creation.
Quit your job. I quit my job.
Don't quit.
Quit your job.
Especially if you're just starting.
Quit your job.
Like, if you're
don't
just
mind
starting.
me. Don't just up and quit your job. Or like, have a plan. I did leave my job this year to focus on content full time, and I don't regret it. But I did not just close my eyes and say, oh, I'm not going to the office one day. I'm leaving my office. No, I just realized that long term, this is really what I saw myself doing. I'm a business strategist. I say that a lot. I sat down and I looked at the numbers of it. Like, you have bills to pay. And I'm like, okay, this thing can actually sustain me in the long run, so I can do it. And I sat down to plan my life around it. So don't just say, Pasheda said, I not send you messages. I not send you messages. So yeah, so that's literally what you need first before we come down to the gear. And literally, I say this a lot: start with what you have.
Yeah.
The first videos I put out on Instagram, I think I filmed them with an Android phone in front of sunlight. And if you listen to a lot of creators, especially in the beauty niche, talk about how they started, you will laugh.
Actually,
Like I have people that
aside those
literally
from rich
do you
families,
guess I literally have people that would tie like a couple of rubber bands together just to get like bulbs together with bands just to get lights. Like be creative.
I
Start
wish I
from
have a video of me keeping my phone on my window. When
Yeah,
I first started
then you tie it to
content
the-
I wish I still have the video, but
I mean,
I don't.
oh my god. So there's a whole
Just-
lot of growing. Allow yourself time to grow. You can't just come into like an industry and expect to skyrocket. I mean, unless you have investment, like you're willing to invest like heavily into it, sure, why not? But
Yeah.
if you don't, start with what you have. Don't be pressured by what you see. Everybody started somewhere. And I say this thing again, that comparison is a thief of joy.
As in,
Do not compare your day one
my dear,
to somebody's day 100.
very important too.
Don't try it. Start where you have a vision of where you want to go to, create a vision board and work towards it. All right, next question. What's up? So one person said, how are you so confident in your videos? That's one. Second one said, how do you get brands to reach out to you? And the third one said, I can't remember it all. Let's start with this two. I'll check those ones later.
How do I get the confidence?
Like, how are you so confident in your videos?
Well, first thing, to be very honest with you, I'm shooting in my room. I'm alone in my house, so the confidence is there.
Yeah.
Do you get like?
But do you ever like get cold feet when you want to post something?
Who doesn't? Is there anyone? Is there like even me that I know my audience like they're sort of loyal, they like my content, blah blah blah. But then, what if they don't like it? Especially when I try to like
When you do something new,
different, something new, I'm like, these people. Like I think every creator has a cold feet every time they want to put out a content, regardless.
For me, how am I confident? I just feel like I'm talkative in private, because if you put me outside, I won't say anything. So I'm very chatty with my friends. So when I'm filming, that's where I zone out to. And for cold feet every time. So at some point, I was like, oh my God, am I growing as a creator? Blah, blah, blah. Do I change this thing? Like, you know how everybody's always saying, focus on the niche, do one thing. I'm just like, I see myself doing this for a lifetime. Like, I literally I say this in a lot, I see myself 35, 40, sitting in front of the camera and saying, yes, this is what I really, really enjoy. So what I've done with my platform, what I think I have done is, because I have had, I think I've been able to do it well because of the kind of audience that I have. But I think that I've tailored my audience to my life. So my life is the content, right?
Yeah.
Or because in between my content journey, a lot of things have changed. Like I've experienced immense grief. I have graduated from school. I have gotten a job. I've celebrated my wins. I've celebrated my losses. And I share these things. Although sometimes I feel like, oh my God, am I oversharing? Like, who really needs this information? Who cares? But then you have people checking up on you, people that you don't know from Adam, reaching out to you and be like, oh my God, are you okay? What's going on in your life now? I'm like, okay, let's just do this thing. So I think that's where I am. I just built my audience, like my content around my life, so that if tomorrow I up and say I'm relocating, I'm leaving this country, my content doesn't have to pause because of that. It literally just follows the details of my life. Yeah. So that when I'm old and grey, or I'm getting married, or any life-changing situation, you people will see it. Okay? Film for you. Okay. Wait, this girl said she was going to finish her makeup before me.
Yeah, you're almost done.
Before me. I laugh. Carry on.
So I think I try to base my content around there, like show people how you can do this thing. My YouTube is just all about me teaching people, showing people the potential locations in Lagos.
Yeah, which is fine, because people need this information.
Yeah. When I started content creation, as a fashion content creation, I was broke. I did not have money to buy clothes. People of Jesus the Savior. So I think that's how I learned to be creative with outfits, to style clothes different ways. So I just want to share that knowledge.
Okay, let's divert. So how did you find your style? Because your style is not very common in this side of the world. Like, I feel like growing up as a lady, I just thought to wear dresses.
You're trying to get me to talk. I don't like that. Okay, I'm going to be very honest. Jesus, where is my eyelashes?
There, that, okay, this is my style. Because for me, growing up, I didn't see a lot of that, right? It was, oh yeah, babe, wear dress, wear skirt. Especially with the kind of school I went to. Went to a private school, you know, dress a certain way. So how did you land on that and say, okay, this is my style, this is what suits me?
I feel like I've always had this growing up.
Are you serious?
Let me just tell you people a story. When I was really, really small, like, you know, young, me and my sister were very slim in my family. So my mom used to wear us very, very big clothes. Like, like I felt like I was in a bondage. Like, why would you be wearing big clothes? Like, do you get?
Yeah.
So at a point in my life, even when I was in university, I just started like, I don't know, somehow those big clothes made me feel confident. I don't know, because I'm tiny, I'm super thin and stuff
you
like
feel like
that. It just made me look big a bit. So I think that's just it. That's how it started. And when, aside the fact that growing up I loved big clothes, I just feel confident in baggy outfits. Yeah. So for me, I had to find a way to make it
stylish.
yes, stylish actually. So
Is it not so funny how people like have very different, like, okay, I think we don't have similar body types, but I'm also small, I'm also on the smaller side. And growing up, I used to feel like I used to wear big clothes because I went to like a very annoying secondary school like command.
Yeah,
and they used to
even
make
my
you wear
school
big clothes.
Yeah.
But I really felt like I was not seen because of that. Yeah, I felt like I was not seen because of that. And my style now is very much, I think my style has evolved over time. I've gone from the part where I wanted to wear the shortest skirt possible because you must see me, you know, to now where I just wear outfits that make me feel like, I feel like I wear outfits now that just accentuate my body. I've come to a place where I know that I am small, but I really, 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 really do like my body.
You know what
and
to do.
yeah, so I want to wear something that complements that body. Like, you will see me, because growing up, I grew up as the only girl in the midst of four boys. Four boys. So tell me why I was wearing my brother's shirts growing up. Why? Yeah, so I'm so surprised. Like, one thing that surprises me the most is how girly I have become. Like, I like hair, I like makeup, I like to dress up. From where?
It is.
Like, who? Yes, who? I have four brothers. Who's teaching me that one? And my mom was very, her style was just, my mom likes to dress up, but not every time. Not every time. So I was just like, I don't know how I landed here, but I'm grateful I did, because I do be looking good. So 3 more questions before we wrap up this video, because I don't want to be too long. My next question is, what are your top 3 challenges as a creator in Nigeria?
They don't want to pay.
Money!
I feel like when Nigerian brands reach out to me, they're like,
You just roll your eyes.
They just want to send you
Products,
free stuffs, and you just promote for them. Even when they know that you deserve to be paid, they like offer you
peanuts,
and you're like,
peanuts.
I'm good. I'm good. I'll
good.
repeat my clothes.
Yeah, I think that one thing I always say to that is I feel like more creators should stand their ground when it comes to money, because these brands have the money. Because let me tell you something, marketing budget is something that if you own a business, you should have a marketing budget. So why are you telling me you don't have money to pay me? If you don't pay me, before content creators were widely accepted, how do you used to create content for your brand? Because you used to create content, you just don't realize that it's the same thing. You pay photographers, you pay videographers, you pay a model, you pay a makeup artist, you pay like an entire team to come and create content for your brand. But because I am just one person who, by the way, is still all of these things. I am my own photographer. I am my own content writer.
Everything.
I am my own makeup artist. I am my own stylist. I am my own hairstylist. Please run me my check. And I feel like more creators should literally just stand their ground. It's okay to like take lesser than, if you bring it down to value. Like, are you? No. When I say lesser than, so sometimes payment is not just currency. Right, you might be at a place where maybe you strategically need to work with a particular brand to advance your career. They are offering you value that is not monetary, so take it, right? But make sure that in any collaboration that you're doing, you're exchanging value. Like, get your value from that brand, be it monetary, be it whatever. If you're at a point where you not desperately, but you really, really need that exposure, so to say, it's fine to take it, but don't just take it blindly. Know what you want to gain out of it. And by the way, usage rights, baby. Don't let anybody be running your picture on campaign for 2 years. Nope. Usage rights, baby. Okay? Yeah, that's that. That's that. The next question is, what should we expect from you going forward? Like, what we're expecting, what kind of content, anything different?
I'm still going to be a fashion creator. I don't think I'm fashion. I speak fashion. I breathe fashion.
Come on.
So there's nothing you're going to see.
Come on.
But I'm trying to go more into lifestyle on my
Okay.
YouTube, and I'm thinking of like bringing a bit of it to my Instagram, but not so much.
Okay.
I'd still want to be known as a fashion creator, like, basically. So it's going to be fashion all the way. And I love braids too. I love
No, she's
hair.
always
I
on
love
braids, box braids, locks.
So I think
I'm
I'll
gonna like put pictures for you guys so you guys can see.
Hair too. I think not much, but fashion is still the focus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and you mentioned always dropping content creation tips. So what we're expecting on that front, like, should we expect classes, ebooks, all of those?
I'm working on a course.
So what are we teaching? Are we teaching how to take pictures? How to what are we expecting?
It's going to be a lot of things in one.
Okay.
Like, so if you want all, you can buy at once. If you
Okay.
want one, like, this is how it's
Which
going
makes
to be.
sense for me as well. I think that going forward, I found my, how do I explain it? I found my niche in teaching content. Like, if I'm going to, people have asked me, "Oh, come and teach me."
I think I do a lot of teaching on my YouTube.
Yeah. So for me, it is where I want to come into, like, teaching content is the back end of it, like how to plan your content, how to reach out to brands, how to. I mean, I'm not an Instagram celebrity, so I can't teach you how to blow on Instagram. I can't teach you how the algorithm works, but I can teach you the
Nobody
business.
knows how the algorithm
The business of content creation, because every time I speak to even my colleagues, like fellow content creators, I realize that not a lot of people really know the nitty-gritty of taking this thing as a business.
Yeah.
Like, the income I have made from content this year has blown my mind, and I'm like,
now the work with this.
do you get and I don't have up to 10K on Instagram. I do not have up to 10K followers on Instagram, but I will charge you with my chest because I know the value I'm bringing to the table.
Yeah.
So this is the area of content creation I want to come into, like how to reach out to brands, how to position yourself, how to plan strategically. Baby, it's not just, don't just wake up and be taking picture. No. So yeah, all of that, and you guys will be seeing tips and tricks from me very soon. Expect it. Yeah, by the way, we're also filming an Instagram video. Glory is going to be dressing me up in her clothes, and I'll be dressing her up in my clothes, because our styles are like polar opposite. Let's see how that goes. So for you guys to see that particular content, you have to follow both of us on Instagram. I am at _Pasheda, and you're what?
At Being Glory.
And without further ado, we've come to the end of this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed. Glory did not finish her makeup. No.
I'm
Now,
done.
we're going to cut,
What else
come
am I
back.
doing?
Let's see your hair. Let's see the full look.
Okay.
We're going to cut and come back. Anyway, we're back now, looking like, pretty girls. And yeah, that brings us to the end of today's video. I hope that you liked it. I hope that you picked a tip or two. Do not forget to follow Glory on Instagram at Being Glory, and on YouTube at Being Glory too.
No, Glory Eme, my full name.
Glory Emeni on YouTube. I'm going to put a handle on the screen so you guys can check her out. She's amazing. Yep. Until I come your way next time, it's your girl Pasheda. Stay gorgeous, love and light, babies. Subscribe to the channel. Give this video a thumbs up. Share the video. I know you like this content. That's why you're still here. So subscribe. Peace out. Bye, guys.